You're driving to work, already running late, when the check engine light suddenly turns on. Your stomach drops. Fixing the problem would cost about $300, but your bank account shows exactly $42 until Friday, so you ignore it and turn up the radio. You drown out the rattling noise and hope for the best as you keep driving. 2 months later, the car breaks down on the highway, and a tow truck costs $200. The original issue has destroyed the transmission, and the repair now costs $2,000. Because you can't get to work, you miss 2 shifts and lose $300 in wages, turning a $300 problem into a $2,500 catastrophe. This isn't bad luck. This is a mathematical trap. It's the measurable, suffocating cost of not having money. If you feel like you're working harder every year but never getting ahead, this is why. If one bad expense could ruin your entire year, this is why. This isn't about stocks, crypto, or getting rich fast. Being broke is expensive. Most financial advice gets this wrong, framing wealth as discipline and poverty as bad habits. People are told to stop buying small luxuries as if saving a few dollars will change everything. But that advice ignores a deeper economic reality. That reality is often called the boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness. One person can afford $50 boots that last 10 years, while another can only afford $10 boots that fall apart every year. Over 10 years, the poorer person spends more money and still ends up worse off. Lacking money forces you to pay more for the same outcomes, and that's the math of being poor. This pattern exists everywhere, even in basic household items. Buying in bulk is cheaper, but only if you have money up front, and living paycheck to paycheck locks you out of those savings. You end up paying higher prices for the same products, meaning your personal inflation rate is higher. The banking system amplifies this effect, where large balances are rewarded and small balances are punished. A small overdraft can trigger massive fees, turning a tiny mistake into something extremely expensive. The wealthy earn interest on their money, while the poor pay interest and fees. This isn't just financial, it's psychological, because scarcity changes how the brain works. When money is tight, cognitive capacity drops and long-term thinking gives way to survival mode. Decisions that look irresponsible from the outside are often the result of mental overload, not stupidity, but stress. The boots theory isn't just about money, it's also about mental energy. People with resources save attention and peace of mind, and that mental space can be used to plan and grow. This difference is clear with cars, where savings mean reliability and low interest, while no savings mean predatory loans and unreliable vehicles. You end up paying more for less, and often the car breaks down before it's even paid off, continuing the cycle. Housing follows the same pattern because rent builds no equity. Saving for ownership is nearly impossible when rent consumes most of your income, keeping long-term costs higher. Poverty also steals time, as simple tasks take longer and require more effort. Laundromats, long commutes, and limited access to stores drain hours every week, and time is money. By stealing time, poverty steals future earning potential, and everything becomes harder. Understanding the math is the first step out because ignoring it keeps people trapped. The goal isn't to get rich fast, the goal is to stop the bleeding. Paying off high-interest debt beats any market return, and buying durable goods beats replacing cheap ones. The most powerful tool is a buffer, because even a small emergency fund changes everything. Savings turn crises into inconveniences and lower ongoing costs. Purchases should solve problems permanently, not temporarily, because monthly payments hide the true cost. Many companies profit from fees and disposability, and understanding this makes you a bad customer. The action is simple but hard. Find where being broke costs you the most. Cut everything else until you can fix that one leak, because extra income used this way is strategic. The system isn't fair, and the beginning is the hardest part. Poverty is a mathematical penalty, not a personal failure, and seeing that changes everything. By attacking the penalties one by one, you can dismantle the trap, one durable decision at a time. Eventually, life shifts from renting stability to owning it.